Amidst the vast expanse of the untamed Slavic wilderness, where ancient trees whispered secrets and the wind carried echoes of forgotten tales, lay a secluded village named Vladvale. Its name was spoken in hushed tones, its people wary of the encroaching darkness that seemed to seep from the heart of the surrounding forest. These villagers shared a collective fear, an ancestral unease nurtured by the chilling stories of Baba Yaga, the witch of whispered nightmares. Her legend had long been etched into the souls of the villagers, a haunting presence that lurked just beyond their senses, like a shadow waiting to stretch its fingers. Among the villagers were two souls, Elena and Ivan, inseparable friends since childhood. Their bond was a rare comfort in a village plagued by tales of malevolent forces. One fateful evening, as the sun set in a blaze of crimson and gold, Elena shared a revelation with Ivan, her voice tinged with trepidation. "Ivan," she whispered, her voice quivering, "my grandmother's dying words spoke of a hidden cabin deep within the woods. She claimed it held a charm that could shield our village from Baba Yaga's curse." Ivan's brow furrowed as he regarded Elena, his gaze a mix of hope and skepticism. "Elena, you can't be serious. The woods are dangerous, especially after dark. You know what they say about Baba Yaga's realm." Elena's eyes shimmered with a mixture of determination and fear. "I know the risks, Ivan, but I can't bear to see our village suffer any longer. We've lost so many already." Ivan's shoulders sagged and he sighed. "All right, if this is what you believe we must do, then I'll stand by your side, but promise me, Elena, that we'll be cautious." Days turned into nights, and under the shroud of darkness, Elena and Ivan ventured into the heart of the forbidding forest. Their lanterns cast feeble glimmers on gnarled trees as they pressed on, the dense foliage seeming to swallow their whispers. Every rustling leaf, every distant hoot of an owl sent shivers down their spines. The forest grew denser as they pushed forward, the trees forming an impenetrable canopy above them. The air became thick with an eerie silence that seemed to suffocate their very breaths. Still, they pressed on, driven by the promise of salvation for their village. Finally, as the moon reached its zenith, they stumbled upon an ancient cabin hidden amidst the undergrowth. Its timbers were weathered, the air around it heavy with an otherworldly energy. They exchanged a glance, their eyes reflecting a mixture of hope and doubt. The door creaked open, revealing an interior that seemed frozen in time. An array of strange relics and symbols adorned the walls, casting eerie shadows that danced in the dim light. Elena's voice trembled as she held up one of the charms they had collected. "This is it, Ivan. This is what will save our village." Ivan's voice was low, laden with caution. "Elena, are you sure about this? We don't even know what these charms do." Elena's resolve wavered for a moment, but then she thought of her village, of the people she loved, and nodded. "We have to trust my grandmother's words, Ivan. We're doing this for them." With cautious determination, they set about placing the charms in the designated spots within the cabin. The room seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy, and the air grew even heavier. Shadows twisted and writhed, and the temperature dropped drastically. As they laid the last charm in place, a bone-chilling breeze swept through the cabin. The lanterns flickered and dimmed, casting strange and unsettling shadows on the walls. The air seemed to come alive with whispered voices, and a low, guttural growl resonated from the corners of the room. "You dare trespass upon my domain?" The voice seemed to come from all directions, and Elena and Ivan turned slowly, their hearts pounding. Before them stood Baba Yaga herself, her bony legs supporting her hunched form, her eyes gleaming with a malevolent light. "You seek protection, little ones? You think you can defy the curse that has bound this land?" Elena's voice trembled as she held up one of the charms. "We mean no harm, Baba Yaga. We only wish to save our village from suffering." Baba Yaga cackled, a sound that seemed to reverberate within their very souls. Foolish mortals, you cannot escape what has been woven into the fabric of this land. Your attempts are in vain. Elena's voice quivered, but her resolve remained unbroken. We won't give up. We'll find a way to break the curse, even if it means facing you. In an instant, the room darkened, and a frightening silence enveloped them. Ivan's voice was a desperate whisper. Elena, we have to go now. As they turned to flee, a bone-crushing force swept through the room, and Ivan was thrown against a wall. A sickening crunch echoed through the cabin, his body falling limp to the ground. Elena screamed his name, her terror mingling with the agony of loss, her world shattering in that heart-wrenching moment. Baba Yaga's laughter followed her as she fled, the forest seeming to close in around them with every step. Elena stumbled out of the cabin, tears streaming down her face. The charms clutched in her hand felt like bitter reminders of their futile quest. The village of Vladvale would never know the fate of Ivan, the brave soul who had ventured into the woods with Elena. And though they had faced the witch and survived, they would forever carry the weight of their encounter, an ever-present reminder of the mysteries lying just beyond their world's edge.